You're good, Director Ray.
Very good. Good evening, everyone. And I'm calling to order this special meeting of the Douglas County School District Board of Education on September 8th at approximately, looks like 5:06 p.m. We'll begin with roll call. Director Chancho Shore.
Here.
Graziano.
Here.
Hanson.
Here.
Holtzman.
Here.
Lung.
Here.
Meek.
Here.
And Ray is here. Next on our agenda is to accept the agenda. Is there a motion to accept?
So move.
Second.
Moved by Director Lung and seconded by Holtzman. Let's vote. Chancho Shore.
Aye.
Graziano.
Aye.
Hanson.
Aye.
Holtzman.
Aye.
Lung.
Aye.
Meek.
Aye.
And Ray is an aye. That motion passes unanimously. This special meeting was called on behalf of Dr. Tucker, who requested to address the Board of Education. And so, Dr. Tucker, welcome and good evening. And we will turn the meeting over to you at this time.
Thank you, President Ray, all of our directors, and our folks who are tuning into the special Board of Education meeting. I, Thomas S. Tucker, herewith tender my resignation as Douglas County School District Superintendent of Schools, effective September 30th, 2020, pursuant to the terms of my contract dated April 19th, 2018. Remaining in this position has become increasingly personally difficult. My immediate family is located in Ohio, as many of you know, and many of you know that my mother in Arkansas faces increasing health challenges. It is with an extremely heavy heart that I tender my resignation. Because during the past 2+ years as your superintendent, I wish to thank the school board for its unfailing support. And to be very clear, the Douglas County School District Board of Education has not asked me to resign. This is my decision, and for some, please do not be so quick to judge. I think we have too much of that going on in the world today. Since my accepting the post in April 2018, together as a team with the community's outstanding support, we have achieved great strides in furthering the successes of Douglas County School District children and staff. As a quick recap, November 2018, we successfully passed measures 5A and B, approving new local tax dollars and a bond, bringing critical funding to our students for the first time in 12 years. Critical local funding to students for the first time in 12 years. The $40 million MLO and the $250 million bond, no new taxes bond, allowed the district to hire critical staff and provide teachers and other staff with much needed critical raises, bringing them closer to parity with comparable school districts throughout Colorado. The bond additionally allowed the school district to make critical capital investments that had been languishing for more than a decade, and in some of our buildings, more than 2 decades. May 2019, we compassionately addressed the school shooting at STEM School Highlands Ranch that resulted in 1 death and several students injured. Arriving on the scene within 10 minutes, I and other staff assisted throughout the night and in the rain in directing students to an area of safety and reuniting them with their families. August 2019, we adeptly handled a national debate about arming classroom teachers. Sitting on the subsequent Colorado General Assembly Interim Committee on School Safety, I advised that the Douglas County School Board and its policy would not support arming teachers. September 2019, We successfully rolled out the district's strategic plan to the community, setting forth the blueprint for strategic goals for success for the next 5 years through 2024. April 2020, following the COVID-19 outbreak, I worked with the board and shared our joint remote teaching and learning plan with staff, students, and parents, and announced a protocol to suspend in-person learning for the remainder of the year. Proudly, Douglas County School District was recognized throughout Colorado for its ability to pivot and transition so expediently and effectively to maintain critical teaching and learning. June 2020, in collaboration with the Douglas County School District Board of Education, the Tri-County Health Department, and the Douglas County Board of Commissioners, the Douglas County School Board successfully celebrated in-person graduations for each of our 9 comprehensive school districts, our comprehensive schools in the district. We're proud to have graduated approximately 4,500 seniors during this time. That was certainly a personal highlight. August 2020, with the feedback and support from the community, staff, and students, we implemented the Road to Return plan, a thoughtful and measured return to teaching and learning in the Douglas County School District that will continue, friends, that will continue, family, here in the Douglas County School District, that will continue to evolve. With these successes, I leave the school district in very good hands, with the surety that the Douglas County School District will weather the challenges that lie in the future and will continue to serve the best interests of its nearly 68,000 students, our mutual unity of purpose. Again, as I often have, I ask for grace, patience, and flexibility as the Douglas County School District and other public school districts across America deal with the effects of COVID-19. There is absolutely no playbook to properly deal with COVID-19 and a pandemic like this. Please know that we have our students' interests, our parents' and staff interests at heart. As we embark on the next few weeks, I will continue to meet my contractual obligations to the school district to ensure a smooth transition. Given I proffered a transition plan to the board during the 2019-2020 school year, it has been my pleasure, my distinct pleasure, to work with the board and school staff and serve the students and parents of Douglas County. Proud to serve as your superintendent, Thomas S. Tucker.
Thank you, Dr. Tucker. I know as difficult as that message was to deliver, it's equally difficult for us to receive. I think that we all know that this is probably the worst time for us to lose your leadership. But at the same time, putting family first and making sacrifices on their behalf are something that all of us emphatically support. And as you stated, Dr. Tucker, there'll be some that will have incorrect speculations about this or ignite some conspiracy theories or
Yes.
just focus on condemnation.
Yes.
But however, I'm sure I speak for many when I echo, like you have shared, the gratitude we have for many of the accomplishments that have been achieved in the last couple of years. And you highlighted them well. I mean, I would tell you that mine include, as you have stated, securing the funding to take on one of the most aggressive building renewal projects this district has ever had, to ensure that facilities are safe and sustainable for years to come. The placement of a counselor in every one of our elementary buildings and increasing the access to mental health support for all our secondary students. Enhancing the focus of career and trade programming. And as you talked about, launching a strategic plan that you're absolutely correct. It will serve as a critical map for us in the years to come. And so truly expressing gratitude for those accomplishments. You have helped us get through some storms, such as our recent budgetary reductions and as you alluded to, establishing a comprehensive decision-making framework for determining how to deliver education in the midst of a pandemic. And again, that framework will continue to be accessed and used. And so, I mean, all this to say, while we are terribly disappointed in the timing of this, I would be remiss if I didn't express genuine gratitude for the role that you played with all the accomplishments that you listed. And certainly know that we express, Thomas, just our genuine thoughts and prayers, for you being able to tend to your family during this time of need and during these difficult times. So just know that I think I speak on behalf of all of us to say that we really want the best for you and your family. And truly, this is difficult news, but it's news that I know that you really thought through very carefully about all the possible scenarios and making it work. And so I really appreciate what you've done and how thoughtful you've been. And you're right, we're in good hands. We certainly have many structures in place, which I'll discuss in a moment, that ensures that our district continues to operate effectively for our students. So again, directors, I think at this time I'll entertain a motion to accept Dr. Tucker's resignation, and certainly will allow directors to make any comments after we accept the motion and before we vote. So would just entertain a motion at this time.
President Ray, make the motion that we accept Dr. Tucker's resignation per his request. I would also at the same time want to sincerely thank him for the care that he has shown our students. And I think you and Dr. Tucker described those very well. And I'm very appreciative, and I would make a motion that the board accept this resignation pursuant to his request.
So Director Holtzman's made a motion to accept the resignation pursuant to Dr. Tucker's request. Is there a second?
I would. I'll second that, and also second the words from Director Holtzman and Director Ray, and just a deep thank you to Dr. Tucker.
All right, you are gonna make me cry here.
Yeah, well, I know we're all trying to get through this without that. So Director Holtzman's made a motion, seconded by Graziano. At this time, directors, I'll open it up to any questions or other comments before I take a vote. Director Chancho-Shore?
I will make my comments brief because it is an emotional time for us. And I would like to thank you, Dr. Tucker, and send the most caring support for you and your family as you move forward. Thank you.
Right, other directors' comments before I call for a vote. Any other comments? Director Lung?
I just want to thank Dr. Tucker for your wonderful work. I mean, on the past weekend, both of my parents went to the hospital and I can't go to see them. So I certainly understand how does it feel, of having aging parents and to tend to, and families always come first, for me at least. And I mean, success is to be measured not so much by the positions that one has reached in life as by the obstacle which one has overcome while trying to succeed. And then for that, I think, you did wonderful and you have achieved so much in your life and in your 2 years in the school district. And criticism is something that we can avoid easily by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. And when some people actually act and do something, there's always naysayer. And in the past 2 years, you have shown your character and being strong and moving our district forward. Despite all the crisis after crisis, as you described, they lead us. And for that, I want to thank you and good luck with your family.
Thank you, Director Lung. Any other directors? Any other comments from directors? Okay, seeing none, a motion's been made and seconded. We'll take a vote. Director Chancho-Soor?
Aye.
Graziano?
Aye.
Hanson?
Aye.
Holtzman?
Aye.
Lung?
Aye.
Meek?
Aye.
And Ray is an aye. That motion passes unanimously. Dr. Tucker, I appreciated too your statements about being available to assist with the transition.
Yes.
I do want to also reassure our community and staff that we have always had structures in place for times as these to ensure that our district continues to operate well. In accordance with the board's emergency succession plan, Chief Assessment and Data Officer Matt Reynolds and Executive Director of Schools Corey Wise will share the superintendent responsibilities until the board appoints an interim superintendent. More information regarding this will be forthcoming at a future board meeting. So again, at this time, unless there's further comments, I will now entertain a motion. Actually, before I do that, I will inform directors that we do have legal issues that we need to discuss in a closed session tonight to receive conference with our legal counselor, our attorney, as pursuant to CRS 24-6-4024B. During an executive session, the board is not allowed to adopt any proposed policy, regulation, resolution, or take any formal action. Given that we have all our board directors here, it requires a 2/3 affirmative vote to be able to move into executive session. So at this time, I would ask for you to ask for a motion to adjourn this meeting and to convene into an executive session. Is there a motion?
I move to adjourn the meeting and move into executive session.
Motion's been made by Director Meek.
Second.
And seconded by Director Holtzman. Our executive session will also include the board's outside legal counsel, Kristen Edgar from Kaplan and Ernest. If there's no further questions or discussion, we will vote to go into executive session. Director Chancho-Soor?
Aye.
Graziano?
Aye.
Hanson?
Aye.
Holtzman?
Aye.
Lung?
Aye.
Meek?
Aye.
Ray, aye. So this meeting is now adjourned, and directors, we will click out of this meeting and go and access the link to our executive session.
I'm bringing plexiglass.